Hello my dear children and welcome back. So we are going to start with our second unit test. We will begin with our English reader, that is English 2. But before we start that chapter, you all note down the syllabus of second unit test. So my dear children, note down unit test 2 syllabus of English literature, English 2. Chapter 6, Jawaharlal Nehru, Exercise A, B, D, E, F, Word Meanings. Workbook, Exercise A, B, C. Then poem, Nature is what we see, Exercise A, B, D, E. The novel Mowgli, Chapter 6, The End of Sher Khan, Chapter 7, Rescuing Mesua. Dear children, there is a note for you. Students must thoroughly study the full content of chapters as questions will be set directly from within the chapter as well as from the back exercise. So you have to give the thorough study of each and every chapter. Dear children, let us begin with chapter 6, Jawaharlal Nehru. Before we do the reading of the chapter, you do one thing, you take out your notebooks and write down the word meanings in your notebook neatly. Yes, children, start writing. First is massacre. Massacre means the killing of a huge number of people. Number 2, governess. Governess means ladies who taught and took care of children in private houses. Then number 3, protesters. Protesters means opponents. OPPONENTS. Number 4, continuously. Continuously means again and again. And we can also write continually. CONTINUALLY. Then number 5, brutally means cruelly. CRUELLY. Number 6, vital. Vital means very important. Number 7, prosperous, rich and successful. 7th, influenced. Influence means had an effect over somebody. Number 8, civil disobedience means the refusal of people to obey the government. Number 9, implement, to start using a plan. Number 10, heritage means the traditions and culture. So let us start the reading, children. Jawaharlal Nehru, as everybody knows, who was Jawaharlal Nehru? He was the first Prime Minister of India. Jawaharlal Nehru or Chacha Nehru, as children fondly called him. He was also called Chacha Nehru. Who called him Chacha Nehru? Children. Was the first Prime Minister of independent India. He was the first Prime Minister of independent India. He fought for India's independence and was imprisoned 9 times. How many times he was imprisoned? 9 times in this struggle. As Prime Minister, he developed India into a strong and peaceful nation. Jawaharlal Nehru loved children immensely, and his birthday. Children, we celebrate 14th November as Children's Day. Why? Because Chacha Nehru loved children immensely. So 14th November is celebrated as Children's Day in India. Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14th November 1889 in Allahabad. When he was born, 14th November 1889 in Allahabad in British India. Why British India? That time, children, India was not independent. It was who ruled over India? British. His mother was Swarpurni Tusu and his father was Motilal Nehru. Motilal Nehru was a very successful lawyer and also participated in the independence struggle. So his mother's name was Swarpurni Tusu and his father's name was Motilal Nehru. For the first 16 years of his life, Nehru was taught at home by tutors. So till 16 years he was taught by tutors at whom? And English governesses. For the first 16 years, he was taught by the tutors and English governesses, ladies who taught and took care of children in private houses. He later went to England and studied at Harrow School and Trinity College, Cambridge. Then Nehru went on to study law in London. After 16 years of age, he went to study at Harrow School and Trinity College in Cambridge, and then he went to London to study law. He returned to India in 1912 and took a keen interest in the independence struggle. That time India was struggling for freedom, so he also participated in the freedom struggle. In 1960, he married Kamla Kaul. A year later, their daughter Indira was born. She too would grow up to follow in her father's footsteps and one day become the Prime Minister of India, although Nehru was always connected with the political situation of his time. He wholeheartedly joined the freedom movement after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now he married Kamla Kaul and they had a daughter named Indira Gandhi. Everybody know. Then he participated in the freedom movement and he wholeheartedly joined the freedom movement when after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So, what was the Jallianwala Bagh massacre? On 13 April 1919, remember the date? A large number of non-violent protesters gathered at Jallianwala Bagh when under the command of Brigadier General Dyer, the gates of the place were closed so the protesters could not escape. Then the British military fired at them. So many protesters, non-violent protesters, with peace, they were protesting against the British government at Jallianwala Bagh. So what happened? Under the command of Brigadier General Dyer, the gates were closed and the British military fired at them continuously for 10 minutes, killing 379 people and injuring at least 1,200 more people. When Nehru heard how brutally, how cruelly these unarmed civilians were attacked, he vowed, he declared to fight the British in every way he could. This incident moved him to increase his efforts for India's independence. So, this incident was a major reason of turning his heart, and he wholeheartedly participated in the India's struggle. Nehru became a vital member of the Indian National Congress and was the president of this political party. So he became the important member of the Indian National Congress and he was the president of this political party. He was deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi had a deep influence on him and worked very closely with him. He was even arrested several times for participating in the civil disobedience movement. Children, civil disobedience is a form of protest. People protest. How they protest? They refuse to obey the government. That time, Indians, the civilians, they disobey. They don't want to obey British. So it is called civil disobedience movement. But his time in jail only strengthened his resolve to gain independence for India. When he was jailed, his will became strong and he decided that he will do each and everything for the freedom movement. He also used this time to understand Gandhiji's principle of non cooperation and non violence. What were the two principles of Gandhiji? Non cooperation and non violence. So, when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was in jail, he understood Gandhi's these principle of non cooperation and non violence. Later, Nehru traveled to several other nations and met their political leaders. He gained support for India's independence from many countries. He also tried to understand their system and was impressed by how these countries were run. After becoming Prime Minister, he worked hard to implement these successful systems for India as well. So he traveled many countries, he tried to understand how these countries were run, and when he became the Prime Minister, he worked hard to implement all these successful systems for India as well. On 15th August 1947, as India awoke to freedom. So India got freedom on 15th August 1947. Jawaharlal Nehru hoisted the national flag at the Red Fort. He then took up the challenge of using all that he had learned to build a healthy and prosperous nation. So he started working hard to make India a prosperous country. Nehru's ideas of progress carried young India towards great scientific advancement. He also brought about many social reforms that helped women, farmers, laborers, and the poor. Under his governance, many important institutions of the country were set up. These include the Indian Institute for Technology, IIT, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, AIMS also known as, and India's first space program. So he worked for the progress, for the scientific development of the country. He helped women, farmers, laborers, and the poor. So he worked, he tried to improve the country, the nation, and entirely. Jawaharlal Nehru served as the Prime Minister of India right from its independence in 1947 till his death in 1964. All through this time, Nehru kept India's cultural heritage intact and yet helped the nation develop to become an India we can be proud of. So he became Prime Minister in 1947 until his death 1964. He remained the Prime Minister of country. He worked in all the fields for India's prosperity, and he kept India's heritage, cultural heritage intact, and he helped the nation to develop to become an India that we can be proud of today. So he was the first Prime Minister after independence. He worked hard for the prosperity, for the betterment of the nation. So, my dear children, we have completed the chapter. We have done the reading. So, you all should revise the chapter once again. Read the chapter, learn all the days, all the important information that is given, and rest of the things, that is the exercises, we will do in our upcoming video. Till then, goodbye.